The new season of Diablo 4 Season 8 begins at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. There are three new layer bosses: Uravar, Harbinger of Hatred, and Belial. A new seasonal mechanic, boss powers, a new world event, Apparition Incursions, and there are new legendary aspects and uniques. The 2.2.0 public test realm PTR for Diablo 4 was available from March 11th through 18th, offering us the chance to test upcoming changes and features releasing with the next season for the base game, along with some Vessel of Hatred updates. Boss powers are a new way to further deepen your builds using abilities siphoned from the carcasses of defeated world, event, and layer, formerly endgame bosses. There are 24 bosses across Sanctuary you can claim boss powers from. Each boss power has two effects: a main and a modifier that can be activated depending on the power slot you equip it to. You can have up to one main and three modifier powers active at a time. Boss powers can be acquired after killing targeted bosses across Sanctuary, including the various world bosses, the new Apparition Incursion event bosses, more on that later, and even Lilith herself. So first, I'd like to introduce you to the three new layer bosses: Uravar, Harbinger of Hatred, and Belial. Belial comes in two forms: the smaller version that you will run into at the Apparition Incursions. He also may decide to ambush you after collecting your horde loot dropped from other layer bosses. Additionally, he has an exalted form at the top of the boss layer. The new world event is the Apparition Incursion event. Any character playing on any difficulty level can participate in this event. This event occurs in a different part of Sanctuary's wilderness every few minutes, so keep an eye on your map for its current location. You'll see an icon like this at the location of the current incursion. Ride over and wait for the incursion to begin if it hasn't already. This fight spans over a large area of the map. You will need to fight and kill the monsters marked as red skulls on your map. However, you will also need to click on these floating eyeballs, marked as little white pulsing diamond shapes on your map. Clicking on the eyeball will spawn a number of monsters for you to kill. It will be helpful to have at least a few people helping out. Once you have killed enough red skulls and clicked on enough eyeballs, the original incursion marker will start to pulsate, indicating that it's time to return and kill one of 10 apparition bosses that have spawned to hunt you down. Killing them will provide you with their unique boss power. You'll run through this test of skill a second time before Belial attempts to smite you. Completing the Apparition Incursion event is a great way to unlock new boss powers while leveling up your character. There are 24 boss powers to be collected. 13 can be acquired at any difficulty level, so you can get started right away. These 13 include the 3 world bosses and the 10 different Apparition Incursion bosses. The final 11 boss powers must be acquired in Torment 1 or higher. These include Lilith, Duriel, Anduriel, Beast in the Ice, Grigor, Lord Zir, Varshan, and the 3 new bosses: Uravar, Harbinger of Hatred, and Belial. And I mentioned that Belial has 2 forms. Each form has their own boss power to acquire. Layer bosses no longer require boss materials to summon and provide a vastly reduced reward upon death. Instead, when a layer boss dies, a chest called a horde will spawn containing its loot. Each player must individually spend boss materials to open their horde. The first unique item dropped by a layer boss will be from their unique pool. Further unique items will have a 50% chance to be from the general unique pool. When playing in a party, layer bosses have a 33% chance per additional party member to drop an extra unique item from their unique pool. Each boss requires a layer boss key to unlock their horde. This is one specific item for each boss, such as a Malignant Heart for Vershan or Living Steel for Grigor, etc. There are 3 new keys for the new bosses: Adjudicator's Mask for Uravar, the Abhorrent Hearts for Harbinger of Hatred, and the Betrayer's Husk for Belial. All initiate layer bosses have the chance to drop a Stygian Stone, which can be converted into any greater layer boss key of your choice. Boss layers have a unique map icon to help distinguish them. Once discovered, you can now teleport directly to a boss layer. Each boss layer description on the map lists the required horde key and if you currently own a sufficient amount. There are a few changes to item drops. Legendary items during leveling have been reduced. Magic items can now have up to 2 affixes. Rare items can have up to 3. However, legendary will still be the best quality at max level. And there is a new legendary aspect and unique item for each character type. My favorite new feature is the ability to port directly to any party member. You no longer have to port to a main city and then jump into their portal. You simply go to your social tab and click the member's name and choose teleport to party member. Done. Well, that's it for now. I hope to see you all in Season 8. Until then, happy hunting.